All right, I'm going to show you a stroke of brilliance. This is a shelter that my wife bought me for just this kind of day, April 23rd, and it's snowing. And it's not the best conditions for working with expensive tools outside. So it's doing the job. So I just want to talk a little bit about my mobility aspect of my business. As I mentioned in my previous video, Make a Small Shop Work for You, I have a lot of portable Festool hand tools, and how my system works is I have my tools in the shop when I'm working in the shop, and then I bring them to the job site with the truck and the trailer. Load all the tools that I'm going to need, and away I go. There is a number of tools that I always keep in the trailer and I don't bring into the shop because I have duplicates. One would be the miter saw. I have a DeWalt miter saw, 12-inch blade, that I keep in the trailer, and it is just a bomb-proof piece of kit. And it's banged around in the back of that trailer for years and years, and it hasn't come out of alignment, and it just works pretty good. In fact, I've done compound miter cuts on a big jack rafter that was 4 inches thick and 10 inches wide. So, I mean, it handled that cut no problem. The little rigid table saw, one of the first tools I bought with the business, and I've changed the switch a couple times, and I've changed the plug-in, but it is just a really tough, rugged and durable little saw that I keep in the trailer and bring it out, and I don't really use it in the shop at all. I've got a Festool miter saw in the shop and a Hammer K3 table saw in the shop, so there's no need to bring that stuff. Now, I will mention that if I was to start this business all over again and money was not an object, then I would probably buy one of those tall, long van systems. Dodge makes them, and all the different companies, and that way I can be mobile without pulling a trailer. And because I have to pull a trailer with a 3/4 ton truck, a lot of times I simply don't have room on the street to even park that vehicle. There's neighborhoods in the city where I work where I do get calls for work, but I just can't park anywhere. So that is a disadvantage of having the truck and trailer system. Now, having said that, I'm out here at my camp on Lake Superior. It's an old resort that I'm restoring, and I'll link some of the videos I've done out here to this video. But I need my 3/4 ton truck, not only to pick up materials to bring out here, but also to launch my 18-foot boat. So I need that truck, I need the 4-wheel drive, I need the 3/4 ton system. So I simply can't afford to have a truck and a van. You know, if I was back in the day where I had lots of work and employees and everything else, maybe that would be a consideration. Now, when it comes to pricing out jobs, I find out ahead of time where I have to do my cutting, because if I can do my cutting handy to the entrance of the home and go in and out without a lot of footsteps involved, it's not going to take as long as if I have to cut in an outbuilding or somewhere that's 100 feet or more from the door. Then that's something you need to know going into the job. Now, getting back to my job site setup, anytime I'm using the miter saw for precision cuts, especially with longer, heavier material, I'm using the best fence system from FastCap. It's a track that goes on each side of your miter saw. It has supports underneath to support the weight of heavier material, stop blocks that are adjustable, and this is just a really good way to make accurate cabinet grade cuts on the job site. I have to thank FastCap and Paul Akers for supplying me with this really high quality fence system. Here's some of the tools that are kind of inconspicuous that I use on a daily basis in railing and stair building. All these tools right from a $10 marking knife and stain pens to this Festool MFT table, which is really invaluable for doing this kind of work. And it provides a really solid bench for doing work, and the clamp systems work really super well. These Festool clamps are about 45 bucks, or at least they were, and you know, that is a bargain. If there's a bargain in the Festool lineup, it would be these ratchet clamps. Angle finders, all these sorts of things. Burn one tape measure. You got to have a burn one tape measure. Pro Carpenter tape with you know, a little whiteboard on to write your measurements down. Masking tape. I use loads of masking tape in my work. As I mentioned before, the marking knife is a game changer. Your accuracy will just jump off the charts using a marking knife. A really sharp chisel. Learn how to sharpen your chisels. And you know, this little Stanley 1/2-inch chisel has done a lot of good work for me. The $10 million stick from FastCap. Who can put a price on your digits? Holding a piece of wood down when you're making a cut on the miter saw. You can't put a price on that. And it's such a simple little thing. And all these things just make my work and my workflow that much more smooth and less unpredictable. As I mentioned, I like the mobility aspect of the Festool system with the sustainers and the carts for transporting them to the job site. I know some carpenters get rid of the sustainers. I've seen a few videos on that, but to me it's a really good way to keep your tools organized, safe, and you know, haven't lost any components. And quite simply, it just works for me and the work I do. So here's a little basic setup for my thickness planer. I'm doing some trim work here. I've got it on an old school Black & Decker Workmate. They don't make them like this anymore. This one is really solid. You just have to watch. There's some screws underneath here that can fall out if you don't tighten them on a routine basis. I've just got an exhaust hose, 4-inch flex hose into a garbage can here. Now, I know I talked about that tent like it was just an amazing piece of kit, but a little problem with it. I had that end wall attached, plus the roof, and I had just a random gust of wind that just picked that shelter right off the ground and flipped it upside down like a mushroom and broke this right here. And I can still wrestle it back together and use it. But I think part of the problem was having that end tent canopy up, so it acted like a sail. And it was one of those random things. I didn't even see wind in the weather, but that's what happened. So if you have any ideas on a better tent system, let me know in the comments. We get a lot of sunny days here in Northern Ontario. So here is a typical daily setup, and I'll show you the kind of things I can do with the tools right on site, and I'll tell you what, the mobility and availability of using high quality tools on the job site really pays big dividends.
Where'd it go? Sorry, there it is. Okay.
Cool, eh? You like that workshop? Yeah. Yeah, lots of tools. Lots of tools in there. I'm glad you got a hard hat on though. Atta girl. Very good.